how women whip you into shape. Girls, like I remember being like, I think it was like second grade, you know, something like that. And I don't know if they did this back when you was young, but we used to set up the uh the little paper sacks, little white paper sacks that you decorate in class with the hearts and shit on it for Valentine's Day and shit, right? They set them up on the windowsill, and on Valentine's Day, you know, your mama and everybody get you some cards and little nasty ass candies and shit, and you had to drop them into your classmate's bag. Now, as a current date, I don't know if they still do that in, but I remember like everybody had to buy the same amount for everybody in class, and everybody got one. Back then, it was not like that. If didn't nobody like you, you had an empty bag. And I don't mean like, well, I mean would be absolutely, the teacher would put like candy and shit on there. But you know, the popular kid in class, this fool would have this bag would be getting shit falling all out. Will you be my Valentine and all that other type of shit? And you go a year without hardly getting any little cards, man. That will start to change you, man. By the time I was in fifth, sixth grade, I was getting Valentine's Day cards. And ever since then, I've been worried about my fly. Fourth, fifth, because I didn't start getting expensive tennis shoes until maybe fifth or sixth grade. My daddy bought me some BKs, British Knights. Ooh, great. Red snake skin. Right? Some red British Knights. And then I got my first pair of Jordans in seventh grade. And then I didn't, Air Max and shit like that. But yeah, I started worrying about my fly. I wanted to be clean. I wanted to be crisp. And I started cutting hair in the fifth grade, cutting my hair. My dad came home with a pair of his granddad clippers. And I went in the bathroom and started cutting lines in my hair. And ever since then, I've been cutting hair. Just telling you. But I just started. You just have to you kind of got to clean up your act, man. The girls won't like you. You got to become that. Especially coming through late elementary, junior high. You gotta have some of the fly stuff.
So make sure my baby's fly in fourth, fifth, 20s.
Well, I'm not saying that that's what it got to be, but it's more about his personality. Because everybody's personality.
Great personality.
This is not about being good or bad. As his personality continues to develop, like me, I started, and I'm not over extravagant by any means, but I wanted to be fly. I wanted my haircut to be fresh. I wanted my shoes to be fresh. I wanted my shirt to be fresh. I wanted my pants to be fresh. All that. And then back when we was coming up, being what we call starchy Archie was a thing. You know what that is?
All your clothes starched down?
No, we talking about pants starch so hard they stand up on their own. But back then I was fly. But then you just go through the whole. You just got to be fly. I don't know, man. You just had to upgrade your fly, and throughout your life, you got to upgrade your fly. That's if you're into girls. If you're into women, like into them. You can't not be fly. You can't not be fly, bro. You gotta have some type of fly.